I'm not mentally prepared for this.
You're just thrown right back in.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Ashton, just earlier today, you would hear that your father is dead, and you'd be feeling super emotional and very torn about it. But you steel your heart and you try to face this truth as you go on throughout your days to realize more things about what's going on in Laguna. You would even take some time to meditate in the middle of your day, try to resolve these feelings, and you notice that a lot of gears are getting spun as you eventually make your way to the inn, and your your companions, that the bandits that you saved a long time ago, or spared rather, brought you here to this rebel camp, and suddenly, right before your eyes, you see your father standing up, welcoming you, calling you out by your name. Somehow he recognizes you through all of this. And he says, "My son, it's so good to see you. Finally." You see, you see his eyes partially teary as he takes a step towards you with open arms.
I um so first off I do a quick like perception. Like they look exactly like my parents, right?
They they don't look exactly like they did before.
Right. Like
Right.
older
Like
version.
they've aged, but the complexions of their face, the makeup of how their faces are shaped, their body figures, the colors of their hair, the colors of their irises, they all they all line up with what you've pictured in
I
your past.
I drop everything and I immediately run into the arms of my parents. And oh wait, there's like a quick power outage. uh hello, hello.
You try to run into the arms of both
Hello,
of your
hello.
parents, but your mother sits still, looking past you. Actually,
What?
she seems to be unresponsive to your presence. But your father, he grabs you and he gives you a hug, and he says, "I'm sorry, son. I have a lot to explain."
Um, Tears are like running down my eyes. So yeah, okay. Guess I'll sit down for this.
So, um, as you sit down next to your mother, she also you can also kind of see her kind of like lifting her hand towards you a little bit. It looks like it's going to you, but it actually goes past you. And you see her kind of like petting the air and smiling warmly and gently, as if she's petting someone.
Okay,
So what's
what's going on?
what's going on? I think maybe it'd be easier to explain to you with just us two for now. It might be hard for you to see her like this.
Um, I don't understand. That's whatever you think is best.
So he grabs a chair, and it's a little dark in this cave, but let's just say Actually, yeah, it's dark in this cave, but you see just a little bit of light enough from the other end of the room to kind of bleed into the rest of the cave. And then he says, um, "Where would you want me to start?"
They, well, suppose we both have a lot to say. What's what's happened since I've been gone?
I. How much have you heard before you got here?
I have heard I've heard many things that life here in the capital has been harsh recently, and that the that my uncle King Aegon is dead, and that you were king for a year, and then they said that you were locked up. It appeared as if you were framed by Uncle Baldwin. Alden.
Do Would you believe me if I said it wasn't me?
What do you mean?
He looks at you with a shockingly, the first time in your life, besides just seeing your father in a long time, you see him in a vulnerable expression as he looks at you and he says, "Do you think I would be the bad guy that they make me out to be in the news?"
Say, not for a second.
And you see that this vulnerable expression turns into a more composed look with a hint of relief as he takes a deep breath and he says, "I'm glad. I, I would feel very ashamed for you to hate me for something I feel like I didn't do."
And I say, it was these. Someone ordered these assassins to kill Prince Aegon, didn't they? The ones with the lightning bolt and the dagger.
Yes, I think so as well.
Same.
But it is incredibly hard to gather proof.
Yeah, I can believe that. Those same people tried to assassinate me, even under disguise. I've gained very little information, but a little information.
As fortunate that that may sound, at least for tonight, I am just relieved that you would be in front of me for the first time in many years.
Wait for this moment for 10 years. I was but a child living in the worst place you can imagine.
I am so sorry that we were not able to find you in so long. I feel I feel in a way that I failed you.
There's nothing that could be done about the the scattering, but I did manage to make use of all the survival skills that he made me learn. And thankfully, I had help from the goddess Maleki.
I am glad that some part of me has helped you, but it's hard for me to accept such a feeling when ultimately you've been robbed of normal life in the capital.
Okay, but maybe so. And of course, I'd wish otherwise. But I've grown wise with age, and life in the capital is also no normal life.
Speaking of which, was there anything else you wanted to know? I imagine, besides hearing about what has happened, is there anything specific that you need?
They, well, so what has been going on since I heard that you're planning a rebellion? What has caused all this to transpire?
Simply put, I think in order for this kingdom to recover from the mess it has made, we need Faldun to step down.
How do we do that?
I do not think we can simply just march into the castle and be rid of his life. While that may end his line, it will only it will only start a fire for the new political party he has started. The only real way that I see we can come back from this is to paint him in a new picture that the capital would no longer support him.
See, I said, where is Helion?
He's still with Valdir inside the castle.
Perhaps I can talk to him.
Yes, I think I would worry about Balion as well. It could very well be that he may disagree with Valdir, but he's in a tough position. You cannot simply break off from him.
See, still, we will have to meet eventually. What so what has been so what else has been going on? Any plans?
For now, I've been pulling some strings to connect with some of the other noble families that see some level of reason. But I was hoping, especially with your return, that you could win the favor of some of them.
Do whatever I have to. But should I remain in disguise, or or maybe I should clean up?
If I had to say, at this point, if you wanted to step out and reveal your true identity, I will do everything in my power to protect you. But if you feel safer that you have to hide who you are, then I will aid you in that manner as well. But if it were me, and remember, what I've always taught you is to trust your own gut, not mine. But I will tell you anyways. If it were me, I don't think there's anything to hide left.
It is true.
And
That
I,
is true.
and I do think officially to the public I am dead. But if word were to spread that I was still alive and that you had returned, then surely a lot of people would rally under such a cause.
They do. Who else knows you're still alive?
A very small group. Rivelton knows. And I suppose your mother as well, even though in the state that she is in. And I would say a few officers of the rebellion know who I am.
Does Uncle Valdin know?
I think he knows.
And
The reality is, my son, I was never in that fight that was mentioned in the news. I had never died. They simply declared I was dead so they can rally people under their name for the rest of the masses to disperse in an attempt to be rid of what hope is left. They declared me as dead. But in that same vein, they created an opportunity for me to have at least some level of anonymity. And I've spent those days gathering secretly as many people as I could.
and what happened to Mother?
You see, your father has a very pained expression in his eyes. He winces for a bit as well, thinking of such thoughts in his brain. But you see him swallow the air, and you see him speak out once more in a very shaky voice. And he says, the, the night that I was declared dead, he attempted to kill her as well. The, there was there was a couple of assassins sent to her house, and I did not make it in time. She was already almost dead. And I managed to fend them off, but the damage has already been done. She is alive, but for whatever those toxins did to her body, I have spent this entire time not just searching for you, not just building this rebellion, but I've also been looking for a cure for Lucia.
Is there anything that could be done?
I have gathered the magics of different types of healers and druids, but I think the only person who may be able to help, it may be the Archdruid of the Mileki Enclave, but no one has found her in so long.
Things are not looking well in the Enclave, from what I've heard. They'll need me there once I've sorted things here to help them. And from what's when I last tried to contact the goddess, there was someone else. I fear there's trouble.
I'm here now.
So
I understand. We simply have to take things one problem at a time.
yes,
Your mother, although it pains me to see Lucia in such a state, she is at least alive, and nothing else should happen to her. Curing her can wait. More important matter is that we should ensure your safety, and we should also gather as many allies before we can make an attempt at the castle.
very well. Where can we find these allies? Potentially.
So as you say this, right? You didn't see him at first, but you see him step out of the shadows. You see a figure. Uh, he's almost like an uncle to you at this point, as you recognize him as well. You see Rivelton, the spy master that worked under your father, and you hear him speak out, and he says, "Well, we can take a look at that together. But I think you should settle in first. The day after, basically tomorrow, we can plan things out. Surely I have some things that you can help with."
Riddleton. Let's see, from the best spy master I've ever known. What's your thoughts on whether or not I should reveal my identity now?
If I had to say, I would reveal it after you've gathered your allies. I think that is when the time is right. To reveal yourself so early is like revealing your cards to the enemy from the first turn.
I agree.
I think there is good timing when it comes to revealing your cards. And I think right now it's too early.
I was thinking the same. I was also thinking how the assassins already know of my existence, but the common folk and the and many dukes and ladies, they don't know of my existence. I think it is best I wait just a bit longer.
I agree, sire. Now, if I were to paint a picture, yes, the assassins know about you. This is most definitely true. Why else would they be going for you? But the truth of the matter is, they're trying to handle you silently. There is no political pressure to do so otherwise. But the moment you reveal yourself, it will become more urgent. They will want to put an end to the rebellion building up much faster than it did before. Which is why I say gather your allies, because by then it is too late for them to retaliate.
The game changes. Very well. I've heard both pros and cons to it.
I will leave you to your family. Go see me in the morning.
Yes.
And so you see him just like inspecting weapons and whatnot, taking a look at papers. You see him kind of like processing all kinds of inventory while also writing notes.
Yes. The group that I came with, they're an odd source, but they've they've helped me as I've helped them throughout a long journey. I trust them with my life.
You are a grown man at this point. I will trust as you say, Ashton. You have grown to be more than just my son at this point. You are your own person.
So what now?
So as you say that, right? You see your own mother. She like walks beside you, right? And you see her doing that strange motion again, where she's petting the air as she's near by your presence. And then while she's petting the air, petting this imaginary person in front of her, you see her smile once more, and as she mentions your own name, she says, "Ashton, it's good to see you." As she talks to this imaginary child that's in front of her. Your dad looks pained to see her in such a state. And then he says, I think it's late in the night. I need to take care of your mother. And you should get some rest. I think you've likely had a long day.
So we'll see each other tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be right here.
All right. Let's see if while they holding back tears. And as they walk back and I walk away, the tears start storming down my eyes. And I wipe it away as I see everyone else.
Leon looks at you and he says, "Are you okay, Strider? Did something happen?"
Yeah, I pipe in and say, "Yeah, you look like you've seen a ghost."
Say,
Bro.
uh, say there's a lot to be said, but I guess now's the time to say it. Everyone here can be trusted. But
I shake my head. Yes.
Of course.
as some of you know, but there's some of you that don't know. I am the Prince of Laguna. Prince, the human capital, the lost prince, missing for 10 years.
The rebel knight that's like just happened to be close to you. He seemed like drop his sword, right? As he seemed like bewildered by your statements. And when you turn around to look at him, he grabs his sword and he kind of like perks back up as if he pretended that didn't happen.
I say it'd be to. I would like you to keep that information a secret, of course, and everything else I'm about to say. For the time being, anyway. And
Leon and Asta look at you, and then they look at each other, and then they look at you, and he says, "Oh, you're serious?"
saying the two that you just had me meet, they were my parents.
What? But I thought, are you saying the former crown prince is alive?
Wait, does do these guys know that the two that are in there? Does Asta Rion like not know?
No, you told them you were a strider.
No, not that. Not that. I'm talking about
They don't know who's actually leading the rebellion.
Oh, okay.
They only knew that the rebellion wanted to talk to you.
Okay. Well, that's all the back, I guess. And I say again, we shall not speak of what I am saying. But there's much to be done. And we gotta get our rests, or there's a lot to do tomorrow.
As you say all this, Ashton, with your high passive perception, you see some corners of the tents with peeking eyes as you literally reveal who you are.
Oh
to your
my!
party.
Oh my! Okay. I thought. All right. I misunderstood. All right. All right. We're playing it now.
Hey, it's just the rebel army, you know, like.
Yeah. So, if the The leaders. Okay. Who knows that the leaders that are in there?
It's the high ranking officers, Rivelton himself.
Okay.
But I guess to make it clearer, most of the rebel army believes they're being led by Rivelton.
I did not get any of that.
It's all right. I don't think it's going to change it too much.
Okay.
Or will it?
I say to
Or will
Ashton,
it?
well, this will certainly get back to King Egon. Or Valdon. We need the support of the people. The nobles.
Hmm.
We need to turn the tide.
So, as I say, there's a lot to do tomorrow. But for now, let us keep a low profile.
I say for now we need to fucking sleep. I've been up for 2 days.
Say I agree. Let us find somewhere to sleep.
I don't think I've been able to use the necklace of prayer beads this whole time. It says it requires attunement by a cleric, druid, or paladin. I have none of those.
Oh really?
Wait, so you can't even use it, right?
Yeah. I say,
Oops.
the damn god's interfering with me again.
Yeah, I still haven't attuned to the Stone of Good Luck.
Right. So Asta and Rian, they mentioned to you, Strider. They say, "All right. Well, we actually have one more errand to run for the rebels, but you guys can go to sleep. You've probably spent a long time trying to get here, so yeah, rest up. We're gonna go."
It's
If you're using the stone of good luck, you use it. I don't want to take it from you. Really?
Oh, I mean, I already have one. I think you or someone else gave me one, right?
Oh,
I think
you have
you gave me
two?
one. No,
Yep.
you gave me one.
Isn't there two? If Potompac's not using, well, I don't want to take it from anyone.
I sold mine.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. And then you gave me yours.
Do you already have 3 attunements?
No, I have one
Okay,
attunement so far.
Then you use it. I already have 2.
Okay.
great. So let's get back. It is late.
It's just the other stuff I was attuned to, I literally never used.
Yeah, you use it.
Yo, Dark Souls.
I'll find something else to attune to.
I like to imagine like I was like when I was saying this stuff, I was saying it with like a low voice, and then Aster was like saying it with like a lot like not a loud voice, but like whoa.
Yeah, it definitely caught some attention.
Yeah.
You can kind of probably like as you hear one of the tents, you hear like some whispering, like somebody's just like, "Dude, I can't believe he's actually alive. He's right there. Did you see him? He looks like shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
I say, Ashton, it looks like your mascara's been running. That is no way for a prince to look.
You put that shit on. Okay.
And I say to Raylan, from a prince to a druid, what a fall from grace.
Hmm? Well, he's still the same person underneath it all, right? Does it really matter?
You think a prince would smell like that?
I don't know what a prince smells like. I've never smelled one.
That's not true. I've spelled this one.
Okay. I make sure to double layer and bowling and shit tonight.
All right, we camping.
Yep.
All right. Does it go through long rest?
Yes.
Perfect. And we'll swap a spell.
Let's do the same. Let's first.
I'm just gonna unattune to this necklace because for some reason it stopped working.
And it transitions into day as you start to hear the birds rather than crickets.
You know what? I'll just.
Roll20 can never do that, man. Transition day and night in the same map. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I messed up my
Dude, I
numbers.
still remember when we would what is it? Manually remove Fog of War. And that would like screw over
Oh,
Oh, that was scuffed.
people.
What's Fog of War?
I mean, you guys used to fucking do tabletop sim D&D.
Oh yeah, that was that was
that was
horrible.
something. That was the true theater of the mind right there.
I still remember the very first time I DM'd, I like had barely even read the D&D book. It was so bad.
You just kind of just winged it.
It was so bad. I think it was me, and then the three players were Edgar, Ivan, and I'm pretty sure Bajan was in it, but he says he wasn't. So it might have been
No,
someone else.
it's Badron didn't join until I joined, I think.
Right, then who was it? Who's the third person?
It had to be Vadron. Like it can't be anyone else.
Yeah, I thought it was him.
Badron's first character was Soma, the rogue.
No, but this is like a one shot.
A one shot? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
Maybe.
very first time I DM'd, it was just like on Tabletop Simulator because I was like, "Yo, let's try D&D," because we've all like heard of it and stuff, right? And then it was so bad. It was like because I didn't have a story in mind, right? So it was just winging it, and it was just like three murder hobos running around the city, like trying.
Oh, hold on. I was Ivan running around the city.
Okay, yeah, it was okay. Fine, one or two murder hobos. And I think what happened was they were supposed to find these relics that would help them kill this like ancient forest beast. And then they found all three, and then at the end, the way they killed it was they shoved it up the beast butt and blew it up.
Oh yeah.
That was my intro to D&D.
Could have been
That
worse.
was quite something.
And I just remember like when we had to manually clear Fog of War, some people would just always run towards the front, and then I'd clear it, and they'd be like 5 foot away from a monster.
Oh yeah, there's a zero shot. You should still have bardic inspiration.
Oh my bad. Oh yeah, I feel like all this stuff, I'm like so used to it, I take it for granted now.
I can't even.
Let's go back to Roll20, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of my friends, one of my friend groups, they play Call of Cthulhu on TTS, and they've been doing it for years. I keep telling them like, you gotta, that's crazy to me.
That's
What, playing
wild.
Call of Cthulhu or TTS?
Using it, well, I mean, Call of Cthulhu is fine, but using TTS as your platform for it is so rough.
I know, I was kidding.
Alright. So it's a new day. It's meet up.
I can't imagine playing it on Tabletop Simulator. That feels like Sadomasochist Simulator.
Yeah.
Damn. It was rough, but it wasn't that rough.
Yeah, it wasn't like terrible, but it's just like compared to this, it's bad.
How long does it take you to do anything?
It probably took us a while because like we didn't know anything about D&D.
Yeah, we were like, you have to do an attack roll, then a damage roll? Like, what?
I imagine after a while you'd get used to it.
Yeah.
All right. Young sire, first things first. I have been tracking your group for a while, and I think you have some unfinished business from Gaspard, I believe. There is actually a shipment that I have intercepted for you already. Have some payment.
Oh.
You guys get 1,000 gold each.
What the?
Yo.
Yo, what a
Guess
game
Mars
shit,
got
bro.
loaded.
Dude.
Wait, he intercepted the he.
No, he didn't steal it. He's saying he took the reward on your behalf, representing as you.
I see.
Imagine
Kinda
them.
sus, considering these are this is like literally like people like fucking guerrilla fighters in Vietnam being like, oh yeah, we appropriated these goods.
Yes, spy master.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
sure, your dad has to die.
Oh my god.
We just
the
took
point
them back
is,
from the oppressors.
Riddleton's in the know, and he is helping you get up to speed faster than if you had to run around the city yourself gathering all this stuff. So he went ahead and got the reward from Gaspard for you, and he says, "Oh right, and it's not just the gold. I think there are also some orc remains that were left behind as well. It's all packaged into this box right here." As he kicks a box that was right behind him. Should any of you need that?
And I points to Pack. I say, he's been looking for orc remains.
Well, it's all yours. It's definitely not of any use to the rebel army. So either you throw it away or you can keep it.
Speaking of the rebel army, I misunderstood the circumstance. Nobody told me that the identities of my parents needed to remain secret even among the rebel camp.
You see, Rivelton kind of get a little angry, right? You see, like the little blood vein popping on his forehead, but then he says, he takes a deep breath and he says, "All right, I will have to adjust a few things, but we should still be on the right track. There is no reason for them to leak such information, and I will make sure that not a single word of this will get to the castle."
So you're the best at your job.
Of
I
course.
I'm sorry I
kinda
made it
like
harder.
I put an Eldritch Blast in my hand and I say, "Let me know if you need any help."
Yes, yes, I will do. Thank you very much. Now, first things first, I have a few assignments for you. And I think it will be of interest to you as well, based off of the Noah route. I'll just leave it at that. So he looks over his notes and he says, "The very, very first thing is I'd like you to pay a visit to Archmage Cavaldi. He should be up further north. It should take half a day to get to him. He will be in a hut. Do not be surprised if he has some crazy magical experiments going on, and you will probably need to help him."
Yes. I have business with the mage as well.
Right. Well, if we want to overtake the throne and convince everyone to step down, we will need to gather powerful allies. Ideally, they would not have many ties to the throne, as they're either loyal to it or they're being blackmailed to serve them. So I know that Cavaldi, being a retired wizard, the old ex-court wizard, he has no care about what's going on in the throne. That said, if you could still get his support, then that would be wonderful. It's all either going to be some sort of deal of his or some sort of experiment that he wants help with. I'd say steel yourself and prepare for the best. Or the worst.
Good.
Besides that, he has a lot of financial power being a retired wizard, and he knows a great deal of magic. Surely he can assist us in some level of magics, or knowledge at least, of the application of such a thing. So you will find them again north.
Mm.
The second thing is you would probably want to pay a visit to the inn, or the pub, or tavern, whatever you'd like to call it. Although that's not where the highest influential nobles are, that is where the nobles who reject the current standing of the court are. They simply were kicked out of their own houses and are forced to live there instead. So surely they're more likely to be joining the cause. I am already putting in talks in a lot of other areas in the capital. Do not worry about the other areas. I just need you to handle specifically these nobles in that exact way. You're looking for the name Sir Gerald, Madam Lena, and let's see here. There should be a couple more. Sir Zell, and I think there is one more. I'm trying to look for it. Sorry.
I say, I will do what you ask, but are you sure that I'm the best person for it, given my appearance?
Right. I think. Here, I have an idea. To let them know that you are with the rebels, hand this to them, and you see him write something on some paper. He folds it up and he says, "Absolutely, do not open this and send it to them instead."
Sure.
I have written each of their names on these papers. You hand them the exact one. I repeat, hand them the exact one with their name. There will be consequences if you were to tamper with the paper. They will question its validity.
Should I write this down?
How do you spell their names?
This guy's name is Remington.
Oh wow! I was actually two for three. That's surprising.
How do you spell the spy master's name?
Which one did you get wrong?
Oh, I forgot about the madam's name.
I would have got Lena wrong. Yeah, I figured it was Gerald. Yeah.
Gerald Overall. Damn it. Barbecue.
Okay. Anything else?
I think for now that would suffice.
Very well.
I say, who are you guys?
Give me a second. I'm like taking a look at something. Oh, right. I just remembered. There is one last noble. His name is Sir Darren.
All right. Yeah, we'll take his notes as well.
Yes, let me write one more. And you see him kind of quickly put it together, do some complicated things in stamping and whatnot. And he puts it together, folds it, hands it over to you.
All right. Just add it. Pull this out.
All right. Okay. And then Kerfuffle, you run into what looks like two important figures, and The male looks at you in particular and he says, "Oh, I am Ashton's father. You must be one of Ashton's companions, I take it."
I say, oh, that means, and and my skin goes white, and I drop to my knees and I slam my head against the floor, and I say, apologies. I say, I will do everything I can to make sure Ashton is safe. And I promise, I will, I will do what I can to, to bring back your position. At least make sure you're safe. Please forgive my arrogance. And I scrape and I crawl on my hands and knees backwards as if something came over me.
I just watch him like slide. I just watch him slide backwards out of the room as I'm walking in, and I'm like, that was interesting.
Your father just looks at you and he said, he's just giving that look like, is everything okay? Like he's giving that look.
Yeah. I shrug. I say, I told you they all have their own quirks.
All right. Well, I mean, they've traveled with you this long, then I suppose it's all right.
Yes, they are. They are very skilled at what they do.
I say to Ashton's father, I say, have you seen any greenskins?
Wait, that is not Ashton's. That is not my father.
Where the fuck is your dad? I thought like this was just
I say, put him back. Raylan Hargrave. These are my parents, Prince Caspian McVeigh, and my mother, who is severely ill.
I say,
See ya.
Ew. What do you mean?
I say, well, I say, Father, may our cleric take a look at her. It wouldn't hurt for another.
Yes, that is fine. You may go ahead.
As I see these royals not knowing anything about polite etiquette, I just do this.
I say, when the time comes, Father, I believe we will need a very quick education on etiquettes. My group has none.
Right.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
I am sure Rivelton will have a good time teaching everyone. You hear Rivelton sneezing across the.
I hear this and I, instead of raising my other hand for another thumbs up, I cast Mage Hand to do it for me.
Nice.
You guys are basically have no etiquette or respect for royalty. Kerfuffle has too much respect for royalty.
I put an arm over Ashton's dad,
Oh
and I
my
say,
God.
there's only one way to judge a man's value. What's your opinion on greenskins?
Okay.
Oh, the worst.
Hey, all right.
No, I'm kidding. He says, they are a detriment to the human kingdom. They've attempted at least a few times to travel across the seas, and we've put them down each time. There was a few times we even considered trying to make contact with them, but we would all get but a simple dead messenger sent back to us.
You can see tears come to Potempac's eyes, and he says, This is a man worthy of respect.
My king.
My king. Say, Are there any more greenskins here?
I've been quite preoccupied with the matters here at the capital, but I'm sure Rivelton can tell you a thing or two.
I just leave without saying anything.
Right.
All right, what do you guys do now?
But there's
I'm
some
gonna go check out. I'm gonna do a.
medical
Gonna
checkup.
try to. Yeah, do a low checkup.
All right, so um, how do you do this?
No, just going to ask assessment questions, right? Do a physical exam. If
So
allowed.
I will
and-
say, in any attempt for you to try to communicate to her, she does not respond to it. She doesn't even behave like she sees that you're there. It's almost like she's only paying attention to whatever she's imagining in her mind, as you see her just kind of staring into the air past you.
Staring. Okay. See.
So it's basically like she's not mentally aware of what's going on. But her physical functions seem fine based off of how you're observing her.
Sounds like she got dementia.
So
Okay.
as you're observing her, Prince Caspian tries to fill you in on what he does know, and he tells you she's been like this ever since she almost died from some assassins who poisoned her. The poison that they had in particular, although it's not harming her anymore, I will just say it brought her to unconsciousness, and the moment she woke up, she was like this the next time.
So he wasn't poisoned then. I see.
I have tried getting clerics and druids of all kinds to help her, but I could not find one that was successful in curing her. That said, I would be grateful for you to try to do so.
Ah,
Are we near the north or the south? Like, what direction are we at? Like,
Of Laguna,
of the capital or Laguna?
I'd say around more of the center part of it, like close to the dam.
factory reset.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, I mean, whatever.
What's the name of that one of the Lycan leader? Is it the Predigitator? Press the digit? What? Progenitor. Is that his name?
Yeah, the progenitor.
Progenitor, the lycanthropy guy,
Yeah.
the furry. Yeah, what about him?
I was gonna ask Riverton about him.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna.
Really, a spy master knows something about furries running around.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Okay, so you cast lesser restoration, and you see no physical changes in her. As for her behavior, she still looks past you. It doesn't seem to work.
This is beyond what this particular spell can do. I wonder if I'm going to have to look into this. As I exit stage right.
I'll be back with necklace beads. Well, doesn't hurt to try.
I go up to the spy master and I say, "Have you seen any lycanthropes running around recently?"
Yes, actually. You looking for them?
Yes, actually. As blood pours down my forehead.
Wait, what on your forehead?
Blood.
It's just
Blood?
because his
Yeah.
face on the
Blood.
floor
Yeah.
from earlier.
Oh,
He was groveling.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, that's funny. All right, he said so. He's not even like acknowledging that you're bleeding. He's just kind of like pretending it's not happening as
Me
he
too.
just continues to look at his papers as he talks to you. And he says, "Ah, yes. So you will find them if you follow along the river up north. You'll eventually run into them. I'm sure. I'm sure you can figure it out from there."
I say, "You're not royalty, are you?"
No, I am not. I work for them. I
Yes, yes.
am. I am their eyes and ears, essentially.
I say, "Good, good. I could tell by the way you dress."
Huh?
Well, thank you. I try not to stand out.
I say, "That is a smart man." And I just walk away. I tell everyone about what he said about the lycanthropes.
Now we go to the see the wizard. The wizard of Laguna. What's that?
The Wizard of Oz.
No, Laguna.
Oh.
Jimmy?
I say then we'll be off. And so I walk out. I'll,
So, this rebel guy that is the same guy who dropped his sword earlier.
yeah.
Remember last night, Ashton?
Yep.
So this rebel knight, as you're passing by, he actually looks at you. And he tries to start a conversation, and he says, "Hey, I was wondering if you could do a favor for some of us in the camp."
I say, what do you need?
So, I've been training some new recruits, but they're becoming quite full of themselves lately. They're talented for people who have never went to real combat. They're even better than me, I'd say. But my problem with this is that they're getting complacent with with how they should grow as a warrior. Your group, and I'm sure, Prince Ashton, you have certainly went through a lot of growth out there in the forest of Kahan or Hakan. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. um, so I'd say your group is probably a strong group. I'd like if you teach them a lesson and show them that they're not. There might be not the best of the best, as they think after all. Maybe a contest like a sword sparring, or maybe a shooting contest with the bows and arrows or something. But I'll even give you a little bit of change for this. I'll give 50 gold for each of you who win the contest.
So I say, I say this is something that good ally here, Potemback, is something he'd love to do.
Hmm.
But I say, isn't this what you did on the regular as a soldier? Is see people like
Asking?
this, how often have you seen soldiers with talents but are complacent in your line of work?
And I say, well, I'm afraid I'm not a good person to ask. There's no complacency in our ranks.
I say, how do you kick that out of them?
I say, hmm, well, I'm afraid it might be a little too late for you. You see, when we come out of the womb, we're given a sword immediately and trained brutally for the first few years of our lives. That usually does the trick, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, so easy. I say, well, you think you can do a little sword sparring with some of these men?
I say, I'd be happy to.
And
Let me show you a thing or two, lad. And then I guess I just walk away with him.
yeah, gotta get his men. I say, where's the complacent soldiers?
Here, he's right. They're right this way.
And as we're walking, I say, and what is your name?
Ah, I'm Sir Laurent.
They're Lawrence.
Now, Sir Laurent, what I ask of you and your men, no, no simple thing. However, as I just noted to the prince's father back there, there's only one thing to determine the worth of a man. And that is their hatred of greenskins. Now, what is your opinion of them?
Well, I've never met one in my life, but I've heard terrible things about them. I can't really say much.
Terrible things. All of them true, believe me. Now, in order to overcome your indecisiveness, you must learn to hone that feeling, turn it into anger. Anger against the greenskins.
So, as you're saying this, right, one of these younger rebel knights walks up and he says, Greenskins? You mean those little goblins? Those guys are little jokes.
And I say, you've not met a true greenskin, my son. You see, those little runts are at the bottom of the food chain. They get bullied, tossed around, used as ammunition by the bigger lads. Say, have you ever seen something pick up a goblin and throw it 100 meters?
That's all bullshit. You're just a small guy trying to look big, aren't you?
And I say, big words. I may be small, but you're a smaller man than I am. Shall we put
Oh,
your
really,
mettle to
huh?
the test?
Yeah, I'll take you on any day. You see him kind of like laughing along with it, and his little pal that's next to him, kind of gives him like an elbow to the shoulder. And he says, "Look at this guy. He thinks he can take me on." Ha!
Okay. I don't want to hurt him, but I will put him on his ass, basically. Like I'll just try to like trip him and like pin him on the ground.
Oh shit! Yo, let's go, dude. All right, roll athletics.
Uh, I'm gonna use inspiration for this. I don't want to feel.
Oh, I guess use inspiration after.
You can use it after you see the roll.
Retro, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Well, don't even need it.
Fucking put him
You
down.
set him on his ass. He drops his sword, and and then he looks up at you and he says, what the hell?
And I say to him while he's on the ground, From my position, you look weaker than a goblin.
He picks up his sword in frustration. He lifts it up and he says, you know what? Why don't I show you what I can really do?
You hear Kerfuffle
Yeah,
shout.
sword match.
You hear Kerfuffle shout, "Disembowel him, Potempak!"
So he picks up his training sword, and then he says, "Hey, give him one." And then his little lackey that's with him kind of just hands over a wooden sword to you as well. And he says, "You just got lucky, all right? You just surprised me. That was all. But now I got my guard up."
I just put up my hand and say, or like motion for him to come at me.
All right. So then Sir Laura at this point he says, all right. Let's make room for these two so that they can have a proper duel."
Make a circle. Father Bianca, make the square. We shall fight in it.
Down.
Is it gonna be like an actual combat?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that guy's so dead.
Because it depends how merciful Potempak is.
Oh, that's true.
I realized he had like fucking terrible stats, so I'm gonna buff him real quick. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, so do you just get started, or do you have anything else to say before you start the fight?
And I say, remember, you asked for this.
So just use your longsword, I suppose, for now.
The Frostbrand
What if
last
this
word?
guy's actually
Not the
used
frostbrand. just use the regular one.
Edgar's out here trying to kill the guy.
This guy's like, why do I hear boss music?
I'll okay, what I'll do first is Giant Smite.
Alright, so you do this, right? And then you grow bigger than him. You're literally twice the size of him. And you see, like everyone else is like looking at this fight. You see that the guy's literally looking down at Potempak at first. He looks confident, right? Then Potempak goes twice to his size, and you see his helmet like looking down and slowly looking up at Potempak. And eventually, like you see his grip on his sword gets weaker and weaker. And then he tightens his grip again and he says, "Shit."
And I say, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna use prestidigitation to turn your skin green.
Oh my. Oh
I say,
my.
this is what it's like to fight them.
I kill myself.
He lived long enough to become the villain.
Yeah. And then I'm going to grapple him. Or I'm gonna grapple him.
Sure.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get my ass beat too.
Chuck him 100 meters.
Should I?
No.
No.
I think he would be dead.
No, but you could like roll. You could like roll him into.
No, I'm
By the
gonna-
way, if you bring him to 0 HP and declare it as non-lethal, that works just well.
I'm gonna kill him. No, I'm kidding. Then I'm gonna shove him.
All right. like shoved throat?
Like on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will use action surge. Actually, feels like a waste.
He's not worthy of your action surge.
That's where you draw the line.
All right, from the ground, he's unable to get up because of your sheer strength. But then he starts trying to swing his greatsword at your feet.
I say, oh, my mistake. Did I say you are weaker than a goblin? I meant a kobold.
Dang.
I say, those mushroom eaters, far more strength than you.
You see, he's getting agitated at this point as he's trying to desperately lift your foot off of his chest.
I guess I'll just attack. The regular longsword, right?
What was that?
With the regular longsword?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Let's see here. 28. Oh yeah.
Persona.
Oh,
Yo, the critical hit too.
Critical hit text.
Yeah, critical hit. That's...
I'll use. I don't want to use like my magic on him. I don't want to kill him, but
He says he's barely injured.
oh, okay. Here, buddy.
Oh boy. Alright. This guy's cooked.
like actually though.
This guy's learning a lesson.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the other knights are learning a lesson. This guy's gonna retire after this.
He takes 10 fire damage.
Frick his kneecaps.
He's restrained.
I say you're restrained. You yield 60. What the fuck?
I think my
Typo.
skip's in the fight.
I say, do you yield?
Alright, there we go.
Guess not.
You see him trying to struggle through it as he's continuing to attack.
F.
You could let this guy take 3 turns in a row and still beat his ass.
He manages to parry that last attack.
Yo. I always got a little fight in him.
By the way, roll 2d6 because I think he failed this.
Oh, okay.
How petty would it be if he used inspiration to reroll that?
Okay.
Uh, 2d6 again.
bro.
Nice say to him.
Not a single scratch. And you call yourself a soldier.
And then you missed.
Oh, bad timing.
Quit fooling around and finish him off, put him back.
Oh, get one hit on you, you fucker! You see him struggling so hard at this point. You see him so desperate, spitting out blood at this point, too.
Succeed.
Edge.
Non-lethal.
So he gets knocked the fuck out. And I don't know why the music's still going. Let me get rid of that. Alright, so he gets knocked the fuck out. And then you hear an applause from across the camp as people have watched it from all angles. Let me see if I can get the sound for that. Close enough. So yeah, you hear a handful of people cheering for you, Button Pack, as you beat the shit out of this guy. And then Sir Lawrence comes in. He says, "Wow, I haven't seen a warrior fight like that in a long time. The last time I've ever seen that was when I saw the king himself go fight."
I say the king.
Yeah, King Egan, back when he was alive, he was, despite his age, he was quite the powerhouse.
I say we must revive this man. I have questions.
I say, are you going by Ashton or Strider now?
I'm still Strider.
Okay, so Strider, do you have any salt from your cooking?
Ah, I may have some.
Can I borrow some? I'll buy you more when we go back to town.
Sure. Bag of salt.
I take the bag of salt and I pour it on this guy's wounds.
Oh my.
Dang.
Okay. I say, okay, I take the bag back from the.
I start vigorously rubbing it to
God.
try to wake him up.
That's enough.
Alright, Ashton pulls me up.
Okay.
Fucking Xenos.
Putting salt in the wounds.
I take this dude's lunch money.
Literally.
Yeah, basically, you're taking his lunch money.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
I take off his helmet, check his breathing.
You see, he's doing fine. He'll get through. He gets dragged to one of the tents to recover, and then Sir Lawrence looks around and he says, "All right, everyone, you see this? This is a true warrior. Just because you've been the best at camp doesn't mean that you are the best warrior. All right." And you see everyone else kind of groaning, and he says, "Now go back to your training."
No.
They-
One moment.
All
I
right.
say to all of them.
Let that be a lesson. Under my tutelage, I will form you all into fine warriors. Those capable of slaying greenskins.
You see some of them cheering on. You see some of them shuddering at the thought. But overall, you seem to have this big presence at the camp now, Potenpek. All of the rebel knights, they acknowledge you.
Nice.
Good work. Um, I. What was your name again, sir?
You may call me Potenpak.
Sir Potenpak. It was great meeting you. And as you say, you are free to train the troops if you'd like, if you have some spare time.
And I say, of course, I'd be happy to help, but my time will be split along with the blacksmith back in the capital. I have some secrets to learn from him.
That is fine. All right. Well, that is all I need from you gentlemen. I will be going. Thank you.
Then,
I go. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I go up to Potenpak and I say, apologies about turning your skin green.
You'd see like Potenpak's facing away from me. He turns around. He's got like a mean look on his face. He says,
Don't you ever do that again.
I say, fair enough. I just wanted these men to know the horrors of greenskins. They seem to be ignorant. I wanted it burned into their minds.
"Okay, I'm gonna do. How about you do like a persuasion check on me?"
Okay.
I don't even know what I would contest with.
You would just
Insight.
so what I usually do, Edgar, is I think of a DC beforehand, just based off of context and
Before we do that, then, if we're gonna do that, let me do this. I say, I bought you a gift at the Capitol.
What the?
all right. Anyways, yeah. So I would just think of a DC beforehand and then have him roll.
I say, you kept getting paralyzed when we were underwater. So I thought this might help.
Affected creature gains. Wait, that's insane. That's insane.
And I say, oh, really? That's very kind of you. I must admit, that was not one of my finer moments in life. Those damn Sahuagin.
I say, they're almost as bad as the greenskins.
I say, just below. I say, so what did you have to say again?
I say, it was nothing.
I go up and say, I think I understand now. Can really judge the character of a person by the color of their skin.
And I say, just one color. Green.
Aren't Sawagins blue?
I say, isn't it character is only skin deep? That's what I heard.
Exactly.
I say, shall we be off then?
So wait, Potenpak, did you make sure to grab the gifts from Rivelton, the greenskin corpses?
I did not.
I say to this. It's a spy master, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before you even like bring up his name or greet him, he says, "I have exactly what you need in this box right here." As he like opens up or not opens up, but he like moves the box closer towards you, and he says, "There is nothing but orc remains and bones inside of this box."
You
And you see a tear running down Ponepek's face.
You're a good man, you know that. Next to your king. Both honorable men. I thank you.
if anyone is to thank, this is actually a bonus gift from Gaspard. So the next time you see him, give him some thanks.
I say, oh, I will.
If
Thank
I
you.
remember correctly, you cleared out an orc camp. They forwarded the spoils to you, plus this.
Oh, the spoils. Was there something other than the orc bones?
Yes, that was the gold from what they gathered after the assassins, and
Ah.
and this is all that's left. The orc remains. They didn't really, how should I put it, want to deal with the remains, and I have reason to believe that you actually have a use for them, thanks to a certain blacksmith.
I will put it to good use. Thank you again. And I waddle off with my box of orc bones.
All right.
Now that that's taken care of, shall we head to the mage?
Say, of course, but might I take a detour to the blacksmith? I don't want to carry around these bones forever.
Yes, yes. Should be on the way.
All right. Is everyone going to go follow Potenpack?
Yes.
Sure.
I don't have anything to do in the capital, but I'll tag along. Quick in and out.
We're apes together strong.
Black Myth Wukong. And I go to the blacksmith. Oh, oops.
I thought you were going to somewhere else.
Oh no. Oh no.
Going somewhere. Oh no.
Oh
I talked to
no.
Goro.
Oh my god.
Where am I going?
Oops.
Can I contest this?
No.
Okay.
I still see my character's health bar up there.
Can you delete the other one?
I don't know. If I can.
Can you do the Control A delete?
Yeah, okay, I did it. Can you?
Right. Okay, so you guys all get teleported by force,
There it is.
and then you hear a familiar voice saying a familiar line.
Are you Goro?
Welcome to Gorim's Emporium.
Are you Goro?
Yes, that's me, the one and only.
Won't be leaving now. And I exit out.
Am I free?
All right, you guys are free. Yes, you guys are actually free.
Why do you guys always show up whenever I talk to Goro?
I'm going to kill that woman.
I said I'll help.
You could see Potenpack put out his hand for a handshake.
It was an innocent woman.
I try to give you a fist bump.
Alright, I give you a fist bump.
Ah. Roll sleight of hand.
Oh,
See if it fails. See if we fail our handshake.
actually, funnily enough, I have advantage on sleight of hand checks.
Why?
I've never seen you roll sleight of hand check ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's from a rune that I have.
That's funny.
This rune emulates deceptive magic used by some cloud giants. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, you have advantage on dexterity, sleight of hand checks, and charisma deception checks.
That's funny.
Oh fuck.
Alright. We successfully fist bump.
Pact is formed. That woman will die. Eventually.
Aye.
What the fuck?
Nice. I forgot this character's name. Mark.
His name is Scroden.
Scroden, my friend. As promised, I've come back with what you've requested. Enough orc bones to forge a mighty weapon.
Oh, it's quick. How'd you get yourself some orc bones so fast, lad?
I say Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Very true.
Eh? You went to a forest?
And I say, we cleared out some orcs earlier. And they were one day shipped over to us. Somehow.
Ah, I don't know how that's so fast, but all right, lad, I can get to work on this. You wanted an orc bane, right?
Yes.
Well, if you wanted an orc bane, I need to know exactly what kind of weapon of an orc bane. You want a long sword, a great sword? What do you want?
Could you make it a warhammer?
A warhammer. Ah. All right. Give me 2 days and I'll have it ready.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, let's go, boys, before we get stun locked again.
What the hell? You
How'd
know.
that happen?
I only ever do it once. I'm not understanding. Alright. How do we Alright. Everyone ready to see the mage?
Yes, let's go.
So, you guys start stepping out of the market to go see the Archmage. But as you get around the corner and start making your way out, Ashton, due to your high perception, your high passive perception, you sense this first, but an arrow starts heading towards the direction of you guys.
I avoid it. I say, look out!
As the arrow lands in front of your feet, you see a note is attached to it.
Oh.
With a symbol that you are familiar with.
Oh.
It has a lightning bolt and a dagger.
Oh boy. I take the notes and I read it. Or actually, I get the cover and I read it. Hmm. Well.
Bro, we're gonna go there. We're gonna meet someone in a hood. I'm gonna take off the hood. It's your dad.
Dude,
It's more
what
likely
fucking
to be
plot
his
is that,
cousin.
dude? And then you're gonna go into the castle. You're gonna go into the castle, and the king has a mask. He takes off his mask, and it's your dad.
No.
I
No.
mean,
And then you go to the enclave, right? You go to the enclave, and then Mileki shows up, and then Mileki transforms, and it turns into your dad.
I was gonna tell you what's up. So at the end of the arc, the city's in flames, right? Because it's gotta be. And then the one person who emerges from the flames, it's Gorum. She takes off her mask. It's your dad.
No.
Like, how do you think I could summon you from across the from all the way over there?
No, the
You never questioned my abilities.
no, the other way around. The father takes off the mask and it's Goro.
Mhm.
It was always Goro.
I mean,
I'm
you can't lose
Gorum.
if you play both sides, right?
Why did you do it, Gorum? Why did you sow so much discord and shit in the nobles? For profit.
She goes,
That's why.
because not everything's bad out there in the Badlands.
Oh no.
you need everything for items, nets, and webs.
Anyway, we gotta take the deal, right? Or actually, we should see what the deal is.
And then, I mean, yeah, but it's also could be a trap, right? Like, what if we just go down there by ourselves against the assassins?
Yeah, it could be a trap.
What would Ashton do?
What would Gorum do?
What?
Gorum. I haven't even known Gorum that long, and I hate it.
You know, if you rearrange the letters in her name, it spells out Greenskin.
What the
Damn.
hell?
Oh, it's true.
There's no E, bro.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
jeez.
Let's say you would attack your own kinds, a beautiful lady dwarf.
Is that?
So do you attack your own kind, a beautiful lady dwarf? What if she's been,
Dwarf?
huh?
She's a dwarf.
Yeah, she's a dwarf,
That's crazy. Anyways.
and she's been arming your folk.
Did I study?
What if the only reason you have a chance against the greenskins is because of her existence?
I say, people are shooting at us. Let's get out of here.
Say, you know what, kerfuffle's rights. Let's leave this discussion for later.
I say to Ashton as a final remark. Who would you pick? General. Fuck. What's his fucking name?
General Great.
General Greatness or Gorum.
Say, well, General Great has been overcharging on everything.
But you're saying that Gorum arms us. I don't think that's the case.
Well, she saves the good weapons for the dwarves. For their cause.
Say, the pact has already been forged.
Unfortunate. Let us go to the mage.
All right. Is there anything else left in town that you guys might want to do before you go?
Is there any
That
location?
sounds ominous.
Cause it's a little bit far to go to Kabadi's place, I believe.
Yeah, it took a day's travel.
Yeah.
Well,
It's half a day to get there and half a day to get back from there.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we wouldn't be able to meet the assassin at midnight if we go then, huh?
Oh, well, I was gonna ask, like, is there enough time for us to get back here?
He just said no.
No, we should just do the assassin thing, but we can maybe like I don't know, tell someone or like set something up like it's 90% a trap.
I say, what if we get someone else to go in our place?
I say, well, say something else we can do instead of the mage. I suppose we could go to the inn and have a look at the nobles there.
Here's the current quest as well, in case if you want to review.
Would spies from across the sea be completed then? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yes. So you guys got the extra money, but also get another. Well, you already got the extra money and the 300G, so just take the Catullus meal tickets as well.
Which one?
For the quest from...
Is it gonna be under completed now? Spies from across the seas?
Yeah.
I see.
Someone else can take them.
I think I'm good.
They're locked to me.
They're locked in too.
Oh, and
Oh, let me unlock
yes,
it.
yes, they are.
Here you go.
Okay, I'll just take one, but I'll hold on to it. I'll just get this.
No one else wants one. We should just both take an extra. You can always just give food to someone else.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter. I'll take it. Alright. So yeah, we can go to the inn. How close are we to General Grade from here?
It would be 15 minutes.
Okay, actually, I want to go there real quick to see the monk.
See the monk?
Yeah. Is-
Sure.
Oh, well then we could move the boxes too. We probably got time.
True. These are all side quests we can do.
Oh, I was right about the over. Was I right about the over under street or no? Does that count?
Does that count?
Oh yeah, the cap.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It
that counts.
counts.
That doesn't.
That was
That was
technically a
really
combat,
when the
right?
tractor came out. It counts.
Okay.
They rolled the
Okay.
for tax.
What do I win?
I mean, nothing, because literally everybody voted for the under.
Yeah, you gotta go with all of us.
Literally everyone went under.
And hand everything over.
All zero because no one voted over.
Yeah, there's no payout.
Yeah.
Not even bragging rights. What's this guy's name again?
These look like different people this time, actually.
Oh, different workers.
Say we're here for the to move the shipment.
Right. So then, as he opens his mouth,
Oh,
break time, 10 minutes.
That's good.
As he opens his mouth.
Like, I gotta set this up.
This makes a funny sound in his mouth.